little thing. You guys ready to do this? This is so awesome. I love it because it's like super crappy out, and this is gonna brighten everybody up. It's the one and only Charlie Puth is coming out for you guys. So what's gonna happen here? Oh, by the way, I'm Brady. Hi, if we haven't met. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring Charlie out. He's gonna perform a couple songs for everybody, and then we're gonna have a little chit chat. And then you guys are gonna take a pic with Charlie. Sound good? Yeah, that's what you like to hear? I like it. All right. So welcome to our AT&T Thanks Sound Studio in Chicago. Welcome the one, the only Charlie Puth.
Hi guys. What's happening? It's beautiful outside. It's actually, why is it like not a million times colder out right now? Why is it not like, is it about to be and I'm just like unaware what's about to happen? Is it about to get like, because I'm here, thank you. That's very sweet. My ego went way up just now. Thank you for that. Wow. I didn't even get the chance to go to Shaw's Crab House, get their honey mustard, I know, get the honey mustard dip. I didn't even get a pizza. I gotta fly out right after this. I didn't even get the full Chicagoan experience. I gotta come back. I did feel like Kim Kardashian when I went to the airport yesterday. I had no idea how many people listen to my music when I got out to that airport. It was crazy. I walked outside and it was like Obama was there or something. Like, really? Like, you know, it's cool because I don't get to do this too often. It's usually in like big crowds, and that's super awesome. I'm very grateful for that. But it's nice to do this and just kind of have it be like a slightly chill environment where I can just like speak directly to you guys. And I get a chance to, this is the song that's on the radio right now called Mother, and the reason why I'm introducing it like this is how I originally envisioned the record. When I dreamed that it was in E major, and it wasn't a shuffle. It was in 3/4 timing originally, and kind of in like this like, I think I was listening to Love is a Losing Game by Amy or something, and it was kind of just very, very chilled out, and of course that wouldn't work for the radio, but now I get a chance to do it in this kind of lounge type area, so I'll shut up now and just do it. There's a little reverb. Can I get a little bit more? Just a little saturation. He's such a nice one.
Amazing. As always, hi friend. How have you been?
Long time no see.
Long time no see. Actually, last time we saw each other was Jingle Ball 2 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
You were
Been
so excited.
It's been a
It's been a
while.
while. Stained. Oh, was that
No. Hold my head up high. It's been a while since I'm sorry.
It's a little Hootie mixed with Stained right there, I think.
Yeah. And I don't know where.
Incredible. Do you sleep in silence because if you hear something, you're just automatically like turn it into a song?
I was just thinking I have to listen to something.
Uh-huh.
I always have to listen to something before I go to bed. What did I listen to last night? Last night I listened to
Sirens.
No, I listened to "Cause I Want It All or Nothing at All." Just something really random.
Somebody just went, oh, it's
When you reach the bottom, it's now or never.
epic. Amazing. Oh, so yeah. Anyways, so last time I saw you, you were so excited. You're like,
Everyone's
dude.
like, we skipped work for this.
Yeah, of course you did. You guys are excited about that. You were excited. You're like, dude, you got to hear this song that I have with Selena Gomez.
Oh yeah,
You gave me a little sneak peek,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So
it was in its very early stage.
Very early stages.
Yeah.
The jam, by the way.
Thank you.
Now, fast forward a couple of years, is there a song or an artist that you're working with on the upcoming third album that you're equally excited about? Give us a little tidbit here in Charlie Puth.
I wish, but legally, what I'm allowed to say is
Yeah.
that I'm just grateful to work with many artists, and
That doesn't narrow it down.
I can't wait for you to hear what's coming in the new year.
Does it rhyme with Bizzo? Is it
No, it doesn't rhyme with Bizzo, although congrats to her on her 17 million nominations.
Yeah. Fellow Atlantic Record co-worker.
Yeah, she's
colleague.
Yeah, that's colleague, co-worker.
Yeah.
We're in the office.
That's it.
I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
But no, I don't want to say anything and then like have it not happen, and then the artist reaches out to me and like, why would you say that, tell Chicago that we're working together when we...
Because we're America's greatest city, no big deal.
You guys honestly are. It's really so... I'm only here for like a couple hours. I had to fly out after this, but it's just such a pleasure being here. I'm not just saying that because you're here. It's just really... I want a grinder. I want a hot dog.
Hold on. We're from the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Grinder, I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know what a grinder is?
No, I saw it on a menu. That's what
okay.
they said.
You did?
I don't call my sandwiches grinders.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. Okay, so I just made that up completely.
Yeah.
Love Chicago.
Obviously, you mentioned the food. Is there anything else that you really need to do when you're here? When you're in Chicago? I like it. Go.
What song is this?
You guys can sing.
Chicago's my kind of
town.
Is that the
Frank.
lyric? Chicago is my kind of town.
Yep.
Why? I guess city didn't sound as good. Chicago is my kind of city.
No,
town. Town is not town.
I mean, we are a city, but we also feel like a town.
It does feel like a town.
Yeah. So, other than the food, is there something else that you have to do in Chicago? Like, is there one thing? Have you done any like jazz or blues shows? Because we got all that thing going on.
I know, man.
You
That's
gotta
why
do that.
I wish I just had another night here, because when I was on tour, I mean, if there weren't like 500 fans outside the Peninsula Hotel, I would have absolutely gone to a jazz club, because I haven't done that in so long. Because that's where if you don't know, that's where I started out, and that's why you heard all those all those chord changes, just from listening to R&B and playing, growing up in jazz conservatory pretty much. And then I wrote "See You Again" and then became the pop guy.
Yeah, give it up for "See You Again," by the way, you guys. This is like one of the biggest songs of the decade.
They're like, we've heard it a million times.
You definitely did.
We're sick of it at this point.
Do you feel that though? Like that was 2015, right? So now we're getting to the end of the decade, and when you look back, I would say "See You Again" has
we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end of the decade. Is it going to be 2020?
It's going to be 2020.
That's
wild.
insane. I remember when it was 1998 and gas prices were I was in a Zuzu Trooper, and gas prices were 97 cents a gallon.
Wow.
And now I have an electric car.
What were you listening to in that Zuzu?
The made up their mind go, and I'm torn, I'm a little late, this is how I feel. And I was listening, somebody told me that the double it don't, cause we never talk, you know that?
Oh, yeah.
And no one does it like me, I know. Has the kind of whip appeal on me, whatever you want. That's how you swing. He did that thing on
Keep
the soul
going,
train.
yeah.
But all right with me. And there's a common misconception. There's an Usher record that is called Bedtime that has the exact same chord changes. It goes, play with your body, feels like I'm going through withdrawals. I wanna hold. That's where I learned how to do the like from Brian McKnight. Say farewell to the darkened eyes, but I know. I feel like a little child whose life has just begun. Because I was listening to James Taylor and he wasn't doing the he was doing I've seen fire and I've seen rain. So I got that kind of I'm going off right now.
Just please continue.
I'm out of my mind. They're like, can we get out of here?
This is everything. This is an education. It's entertaining, and it's just wow. What else you got?
I feel that. You know what's crazy is that I got this is like it's just a subtle flex, but I got this text and it was an Atlanta number, and it said, "Hey man," and I'm like, "Who's this?"
You up?
He said,
Who this?
"Brian." And I'm like, "Brian who? McKnight?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Wow.
That's crazy.
Brian McKnight and you text.
I'm like, why am I blushing? That was wild. That's only that was the second time that happened to me. The first one was from an Atlanta number too. Ironically enough, Charlie, it's Elton, and I say Elton.
No way.
I said,
Elton John?
Elton.
Elton. You said Elton who?
And he says, Elton John, darling, can I FaceTime you?
Okay. Do you? All right. There's so much. Well, first of all, first question is, did you FaceTime Elton John?
I did FaceTime Elton John. We did an interview, but it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I think he was like in London or something.
Yeah.
Don't let the sun go down on me. And he was. It was. I didn't get one word in.
He's a talker.
He's a talker, and I gladly listened. He had stories upon stories, and he's hilarious.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, super inspirational figure.
What's your favorite Elton John song? Is it "Don't Let the Sun Go Down"?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good.
Cause losing everything is like the sun. This part, the walk up. Sun going down on me. Because it's very very gospel.
Can we FaceTime Elton John right now?
I don't have a phone on me anymore. I look at Instagram too much.
Okay. You don't have a phone at all?
Yeah, I looked ever since this Friends thing. I was always like, I was just looking at Instagram too much because my feed was just all Friends episodes, and I'm like, wow. And it's bad when you, at the end of like on a Sunday, it says, "Congratulations, Charlie. You've only looked at your phone 18 hours a day this week." So it's bad.
So you're taking a little break.
Taking a little break.
Good.
Yeah.
You gotta do that sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So album 3.
Album
Talk
3.
about what can you tell us legally, and we promise if you don't tell us something illegally, we won't say anything.
Wow.
Yeah. Our little secret.
I think I'm a one-man band, so I'm producing this record, and I can't rely on too many people, so it's gonna take a little bit longer, but I promise it'll be good. It'll be nice and sonically fit. I'm actually doing the entire album on this this Windows 95 laptop. I'm kidding.
I thought I heard that.
MacBook. Just a laptop, a regular
But
laptop.
you've made music based on sounds from Microsoft 95. I feel.
Yeah, the remember that?
Oh my God.
From Windows XP, and then this is that sound is legendary.
It's legendary, but also frustrating at the same time because you know you're about to wait for like the dial-up internet next, and your day's gonna be gone. Incredible.
And then when a Mac starts up, it's an F sharp major.
Oh, I got one. PlayStation
2 or
I would say, yeah. Let's start with 2. Yeah, let's start with 2. You know what the startup. You're about to get your Madden on, right? So.
Synth sound or something.
It's unbelievable.
No, I can't do it. That's it. I need the exact. It's not gonna have the same resonance and like the same timbre if I do it on like.
You don't want to mail it in.
No. I can't. No, I can't. No.
Oh,
No.
man.
No.
It's a homework assignment for
Yeah.
next time.
Next time.
Louis Capaldi, you were FaceTiming him. I saw him, right? So
Yeah.
Have you spent any time with Louis?
Yeah, isn't that song amazing?
It's a great song.
It just goes to show you that as crazy as productions can get, whether you hear like wherever you listen to music on the radio, we'll say on the radio because we're at the radio station. At the end of the day, everybody just loves a nice love song, just vocal and piano. Someone like you, Adele, All of Me, John Legend, Louis Capaldi. I was really, there hadn't been one in a long time.
It's like keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's
You guys know that one?
piano and vocal. I love that song.
So let's real quick talk about Mother.
Yeah.
When I first saw it, I was like, oh, Deb's gonna be so happy. This is gonna be like a song about me, and then I heard it and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a little
Let
sexy
down.
vibe.
Do you know who is playing drums on the song? Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Get the out of here. Are you
AKA
serious?
Almost Will Ferrell.
Yeah, like the fake Will Ferrell.
No.
I love Chad Smith.
He had his shirt off and was going crazy on it at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It was
Did you feel like you were on like Step Brothers?
I just watched that yesterday. It's a very good movie. And then I watched Elf. And also a very good movie.
Yeah.
And then and then I watched Home Alone. It was a real trip getting to O'Hare right after watching.
Yeah, run around, yeah.
Yeah,
That scene, you've probably done that.
Yeah, I went in my mind. I was like, and I looked at the windows. Okay, so what were we even talking about?
We were talking about Mother, but then it turned into...
the label's going to be like, you didn't even talk about your song.
Yeah, we covered it, right? Yeah.
Mother, yeah. Because I was working on the Ozzy Osbourne record, and when we were done at the end of the night, I showed the finished product to Chad, and he just added a little. That's when you hear the song, you hear the and put some like Peter Gabriel gated reverb on his toms, and it's really. I think it added a lot of value to the record.
I did not know that. I'm a huge Chili Peppers.
Just stretching.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, do you want to use my back?
No, that's okay. I like the jacket.
Thank you. You want to feel it?
Suede.
Yep. Fade. It's the vegan suede.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Feels like the real thing.
You know it does.
Huh.
One more question before we get our fine friends here lined up to take some pics with you.
Yeah.
Since you started in 2015, well, not started, but See You Again came out in 2015.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the biggest difference in music within the last 4 years? Because you've been writing for everybody and yourself. So do you hear sonically a shift, or do you think?
I think the thing that's most obvious to me is that okay. So if you start at 2012, everything got really slow because we were coming out of and these are just very broad examples, but Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO was the introduction to incorporating high-paced 120 BPM and up into pop crossover. And then you have songs like Shine Bright Like a Diamond, really kind of laid back. And then and then Katy Perry had put out Roar, and it was kind of a mid-tempo too. We were in kind of mid-tempo land. Out of the EDM phase, but it's still and then there was a wave of minimalism, and again very broad. I know that these artists aren't the only ones who were doing this, but Kygo putting out very minimalistic, at most 8 instruments in the entire track of a EDM record. And now there seems to be a love of chord changes, which I love. So. Because I grew up listening to so I creep, yeah, just keep it on the down low. You hear not just da 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 on the radio. You hear little tension notes. There's a lot of tension in these chord progressions in all these pop records today, and I love that because there's that actually has a little bit of jazz isms in it, even though they're not jazz records. Yeah. So I think music, maybe in a simpler sentence, it's getting a little bit more sophisticated. Ooh. The songwriting, it's really, which leads me to believe that maybe we'll get back to the golden age of 1975.
Okay.
Where everything was just really, really top-notch songwriting.
Give us an example. Go back to 75.
I don't know if it was 75 exactly, but you guys can probably correct me if I'm wrong, but and they went to E major. That's unbelievable. So and then this is maybe a little, maybe kind of in Paul Simon started with the bridge and used it as the intro. There's instances of maybe not that exactly, but that being implemented in today's pop music. It's really exciting. Just the music theory behind all these songs. It's if I'm talking too much, you just tell me to get the meet and greet over.
We are
There's something really interesting about what's happening in music.
I can hear that totally. I mean, I work for a radio station, but I was just
you probably know better than
I do not. I was just educated in the last 20 minutes more than I have in 5 years. So thank you, sir, for that.
Of course. Also, 808s are becoming stagnant. In Run DMC records, when you listen to It's Tricky or old Beastie Boys records like Paul Revere, where it was just It's there's this record by NLE Choppa, Camelot, where it's just just A flat 808 the entire time. So 808s are just becoming booms more than bass lines, which is really interesting as well. And it's crossing over into many genres, which is really interesting.
Dude,
so
thank you.
I've said enough.
You have.
I'll see you.